my husband is a white man. You don't think people are like, so anyway, you know, like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I just am like, this is life. And trust me, I will prove you. You will be picking your face up off of the floor.
Today I'm speaking with the lady who is truly making Harlem community better and blending culture and community one scoop at a time. Miss Petrushka Bazin Larson, correct? Yeah. All right. Yeah. How are you feeling today?
I'm fine. I'm happy to see you.
Yes, I'm happy to see you too. Yes. This is another full circle moment. Yes. We have spoken before, but now it's on a one-on-one honoring you and Women's History Month and Sugarhill Creamery. First and foremost, I must say, I'm addicted to New Harlem World. I say New Harlem World.
Hello New World.
Hello New World.
Yes.
Hello New World. I just bought a pint for the first time. I need to try another flavor.
Listen, when you know what you like,
yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to make other decisions. You know, it's like, that's my scoop.
Right.
But there are so many other scoops that I think you would also enjoy. We sell 12 flavors at a time. 5 of those flavors are year round. And so Hello New World.
It just flows.
It does flow. But Hello New World is one of those 5, and then the other 7 rotate based on the season or collaboration that we're doing. So,
for those who don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about you and your background and what got you into ice cream?
Sure. So my name is Petrushka. My background is actually not in food. My husband's background is in food, but on the front of house side, so it's like service.
Okay.
But this is how he got me up.
Let's see this.
I was like, what do you want to do with your life? You know, because we met in a restaurant, and he was managing that restaurant at the time, and he was like, I want to open my own place one day. And I was like, okay, I like this. Person has a goal. They can build with this, you know?
That's right. Gotta have some goals now.
Okay. And so, but what he wanted to open was like a full service restaurant. And so eventually we, got together, we got married, we had 1 child. When we were pregnant with our second child, actually when she had just been delivered, I was on maternity leave, and we were in Maryland on Memorial Day weekend in 2016, and that's when a light bulb went off for me, because we got some ice cream after lunch, and it was like in this food hall, and I was like, we can't do this at home. Like, you can't go and eat at, wherever, and just go, I'm gonna go get a scoop of ice cream.
Right.
You don't normally order dessert. I mean, some people order dessert after, but like you want to get up and walk around and do something else and kind of extend the night. And that option was not available to Harlem. So I was like, well, he did say like over a decade ago, or however long it was, that he wanted to open a place one day. He is in a career position right now where he has the time to do that. Harlem doesn't have ice cream.
Right.
I love ice cream. What do we think about this idea? Which he was very excited about when I first said it. And then by the end of the weekend, he was like, this is a terrible idea. What are we going to do in the wintertime? And truly, we are still answering that question, what are we going to do in the wintertime? Because it's just not the same as when it's warm. People don't associate eating ice cream with cold temperatures, but people do it, but just far fewer. We've been here 9 years. There are 3 stores. We're sitting in the 2nd store. The store was actually built during COVID.
Wow.
Yeah. It opened on Halloween of 2020.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, it was a harrowing journey because this used to be a barbershop, and when we found it, it was not a barbershop. Like, it was just like a empty, dusty space. There was no hair, no being cut, none.
How do you go about picking your locations?
It really is about the square footage price, because as we know, like, Manhattan is very expensive, and Harlem is more expensive in many cases. It can be. I mean, there are more expensive parts too, but sometimes people think like, oh, Harlem, that's a good deal. It's like, nah, bro. Very expensive. And so we're really looking at for places that make sense for our model, our financial model, right? So that means that all the stores, they look alike in terms of color palette, but we always have portraits.
Yes.
They're painted by the same person.
I can't wait till I get my portrait.
Yeah, I was going to say, the vision initially was that we were rotating these portraits like monthly or every 2 months.
Okay.
turns out it's not the most inexpensive endeavor.
Yeah.
Do you know, because in this case, like, they're hand painted on the wall.
Right.
Like, I'm a student from City College.
And they're
like,
so
my first
amazing.
student. But when you come into the stores, like, the aesthetics are the same, but the layouts are not the same.
Right.
And that's just because it's like, oh, this is the store that makes sense. This is what was available. This is what kind of fits into, like, what we can afford to pay. And, you know, without, like, being scared every month that you're not going to be able to pay it. You know?
So how would you describe, like, the traffic that comes into each location? Do you see a difference?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I want everybody to go to the one on Lexington and 103. And not enough people going over there. All right.
East side, the east side.
All right. But so Lenox and 119, that was the first location.
Oh.
So that is the busiest location, but this location really is like right next to it.
Okay.
And it's a different demographic. I mean, that's the beauty of Harlem. It's such a big community, like a
a melting pot.
Yes, I mean, like, we all know you go block to block, it'll be a different neighborhood. But even, like, we're in West, Central, and East. And all of the three areas are just so different from each other. This location, we have families, but then we also have, like, the theater person who's, like, just come to New York, and they're, you know, living with maybe 5 other people, and they're just like, I just need to hit big on Broadway, you know? They come here. And then there's some kids. But then the Lenox store is, like, a lot of families, a lot of, you know, this is my first day. You know?
Right.
And the layout is different there in that there's more seating, like for people to sit and like spend as long as they want there, you know. And then the Lexington store is again not enough people going in that one, but also like there are so many schools in that area, so there's a lot of kids in there.
I wanted to get back into how you choose your flavors. I know you said they rotate.
They do. So Nick is our master ice cream maker. And the funny and amazing story behind that is that's not how it actually started. So when I was like, oh, we should open an ice cream shop, because you said you wanted to open a place one day, and this is a more cost-effective way of opening a food restaurant, because when you're doing a full service, like, it's just more expensive. The build-out's more expensive, the HVAC, there's like so many more things. And the way to the bank account was shut up, it really wasn't possible. Okay. But this was more possible. I mean, it was still, we had to take a business loan out. Upper Manhattan Empowerment Zone, big up to them. They're our lending partner.
Oh, that's amazing.
But, you know, so it definitely took capital, but it was less than opening a full service restaurant. So because we came into this more from the place of an idea and filling a culinary gap, and not because, you know, Nick or I had been making ice cream for decades and decades, and finally we wanted to bring it to our, you know, community.
Yeah.
We hired a pastry consultant who made the ice cream. He's a culinary school, but like he never worked, you know, in somebody's kitchen like full time. He worked in really great restaurants, but front of house, doing service, right? So the pastry consultant was supposed to be the person bringing that level of creativity. And he, along with the pastry consultant and like 1 or 2 other people, they worked production, so we were making ice cream. When I say we, they, like from like midnight to like 7 to the next morning. Like that's when the production happened at that location, at the Lenox app location. Okay. But then what happened was it was the first winter after we opened. We didn't have a lot of cash flow because we just didn't have we were new kids on the block. Like, who was the Sugarhill Creamery? What is this?
Right.
So we were running out of money. And Nick had developed some flavors, and the pastry consultant had developed some flavors. But I was like, okay, well, which flavors are performing the best in the case? And Nick was like, well, actually, the ones I made. And I said, well, we have all the answers we need here.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to sever ways with our pastry consultant, who was lovely. And by the way, he let us use his Disney Plus account for so many years after that.
That's a lot.
Okay, this is an amazing person. But it was just like, we can't afford it. Right. So, and we have our whole life on the line, right? So you're going to have to let him go. And you're going to have to be the person to develop the flavors. And that's how he started developing flavors. And it turns out, Nick Larsen, he is a great ice cream maker.
I love that. You go, Nick.
It's amazing how you find blessings in seemingly down moments, right? That was a solution that happened because you push up against the wall and you got to figure it out. Yeah. And so that wouldn't have happened, you know, if we were like just rolling in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
We probably would have kept the pastry consultant for longer. He's able to tell the stories, the flavor stories that we want to tell better, because he understands where we are. Like
Sugarhill Creamery. Yeah. How did you come about using that name?
Okay, so this is a point of contention in my marriage, because my husband believes that he thought about it, and I don't. I believe I. And so we had a short list of names, and I remember asking some of my friends from college who were from Harlem, like born and raised and I was like, okay, we're gonna have a little focus group. What y'all think about these names, you know? And they were actually opposed to Sugarhill Creamery because they were like, that's not Sugarhill. I was like, I know that.
Right,
but you know that I used to live there, and then he moved in with me there, and we lived there together. And that was where our life got started. But also, we all know the significance of the name Sugarhill, and that it was this beacon of Black excellence at the turn of the 20th century. And like, we want to tap into that. Like, that's why we want that sort of legacy and that, you know, excellence to permeate through everything that we do.
Right.
So we're naming it not for the location, but for what it represented.
Okay.
And it also, we live there together. So it's like we're connected to, like, this is where our life started. And it also is like a good name for ice cream.
Yes, Sugarhill Cream. Yeah, I love that. Being a Black woman entrepreneur, what is it like, and what has that process been like?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I can only just know who I am. So I'm just like, well, it's just living my life. It's just been me. I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's like, let me give you an example. I just went to go look at some production facilities.
Yes.
My broker is a white woman.
Okay.
So all of the brokers that came to the site, they're like, so, I mean, they talked to her. She was like, this is my client.
Yes.
You know, like, these are the experiences I experience every day. My husband is a white man. You don't think people are like, so anyway, you know, like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I just am like, this is life. And trust me, I will prove you. You will be picking your face up off of the floor because you overlooked me and you like underestimated my capacity. And maybe this is why I show up the way that I do, because I'm like, I'm gonna clock this teeth, okay?
Clock it!
But, I mean, this is just the reality. But I don't let that be an impediment to where I'm going to be, right? I have a very clear vision about where I wanna go.
Nice.
And we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be it. And we're gonna love all the people that, you know, that underestimated me and all that, we're gonna love them all on the way, you know?
Yes.
Because it also allows them to see what's possible,
Right.
So I'm not gonna hold any sort of energy around, negativity around those sort of responses. It's an opportunity, it's an invitation for you to like actually see what's possible.
What advice would you give to women that are looking to get into the maybe the food industry or just looking to be their own business owner?
Community. You gotta find the people who are doing it, or like just be a joiner. Go to the wells of information and be present. Bring yourself, bring your questions, bring your own resources. Like when somebody is starting out into something, they might not know everything, but that doesn't mean they don't know anything. It's been 9 years. I still feel like I'm just starting out, and I am a big joiner. Like I'm in part of this group and that group and da-da-da, because everybody has something. I have stuff and you have stuff, right? And like, again, I'm very clear on where I want to go, and I don't have all the information or resources yet to get there, but I know somebody does. And so, and that's not going to happen in a silo or like, you know, being afraid to ask. Like never be afraid to ask.
And so what is next for you and Sugarhill Creamery?
Yes, so we are embarking on the summer. We only live in 2 seasons, winter and summer. Okay, fall and spring? No, winter, summer. You're eating ice cream or you're not. Okay, you see it? So right now is like the first, well, yesterday was a pretty nice day.
Yes.
This is like the first nice weekday. So I anticipate more people gonna walk through the door. We're in our summer season now.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Even though it's not summer yet, it's not even
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one or the other, right? So what's ahead is more people coming in, okay? Come. Then for spring, everybody's favorite orange blossom pistachio cake with a pistachio brittle. That's like super popular.
I love pistachio.
And people love it. You should come. Like just get a scoop of the Hell in the World and then
that. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna start doing that.
That okay. And that also is a really good milkshake. Because that's the thing about a lot of the things on our menu, you can customize. Like, you can make your own milkshake. It's not just vanilla. You can use any of the flavors and we'll make the milkshake. That orange blossom milkshake is delicious. And then we also have the honey lavender, which is my personal favorite. Anyway, so those are some flavors that are coming up. But, you know, we're coming into, this is our 9th year. So I'm preparing for our 10th year. Who is Sugarhill? Or what is Sugarhill intent like at year 10, right?
Right.
We are rolling out a little brand refresh. So a lot of like our merch and stuff will have a slight difference.
Okay.
So you know, we're just getting ready for all that. You know, just to be like the I guess we're coming out of adolescence and coming into our young adult time.
Right.
You know?
Okay, teenager.
That's it. You know. Yeah. So that's
I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being on Conversations with Christina Lane. Make sure you stay tuned for more.